Hello everyone! Welcome back for more Let's Play Control.
I don't trust him!
Joining me is the mistrustful LadyMage.
I really don't trust him! I really don't. I mean, if he's infected by the hiss, yeah, he might be protected from Oh, great, he's fucking he's flying!
The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been a new you. You want this to be true. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time, the thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye.
Oh, great. Are you sure he's there?
He may very well be out to lunch.
Is he getting his pizza at least?
That's Dylan. Can you hear me? Oh, come on, Dylan. I'm here. I found you. Do you know who I am? Oh, you know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person. Always a good sign.
That's sarcasm!
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The hiss made me better. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can you
to
stop
be true.
that? Please?
Thank you!
Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They
I
sound
want
good.
a cookie.
They make me feel good.
Stop! You're creeping me out more now. I'm going under the blanket. Goodbye, out of blanket town. Bye!
Fuck off, no! You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You came in through the hole in you. We let you in. You've always been here. The only truth. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Stop it!
Orange peel.
Shit! Shit! He
Orange
can see you.
peel?
This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small. In Ordinary. In the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. But she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years. After the song time for applause, we build you till nothing remains. The air cracks and the truth will emerge out of you. You are home. The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found... They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
An earworm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, 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 yeah. Just plastic. So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny. I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free. Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet. You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Your regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jesse. Sister, the horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into.
Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself.
I'll go. But only to look for this lie projector. You can help me. We can end this.
Oh, we got clearance level 6 out of it.
Okay. I
I don't know
know.
what else I'm hoping to find here.
Dylan. Can we talk?
I'd like to tell you about a dream I had last night.
Off to a good start.
Okay. I'm listening.
I was back in Ordinary, before all of this happened. But in the dream, I was alone. It was just me. I was the only child. A girl. My name was Jesse Dylan Faden. But then the Bureau came and caught me, brought me back here, locked me up. Have you ever noticed that our names, Jesse, Dylan, they could be girls' names, boys' names, could be anything. Don't you find that weird? I find that weird.
Sure.
What the hell was that? Is he trying to mess with me?
I was going to say, I don't think, not that Dylan is telling the truth or not, it's more, I think the hiss is doing something to make them think once they're infected this is the better option when it's really not, because they're losing their sense of self, their sense of everything.
Yeah.
Maybe
Anything
Dylan's
else?
still in there. Maybe there's a way to reach him.
I'd like to talk to my brother, please. Dylan?
Dylan would like to tell you about a dream he had just now.
This again?
I was going to be the new director of this place. I helped you get a job here so that we could be together. You were an office assistant. You'd make coffee and deliver the mail, and there was always plenty of work to do. And it stayed that way forever and ever. It was nice. Really nice.
That's debatable.
But here's the strange thing. The dream shifted, and none of it was real anymore. It was a game. We were in a game, and it was a fucking boring game. But you couldn't stop playing. And then it shifted again. Or maybe it was another dream already. Or maybe I'm just confusing them. But in this other dream, it was more like a musical. This is an ordinary song about an ordinary girl from an ordinary town. It's the
What if it was me in
ordinary
games?
story. She worked an ordinary job in an ordinary office.
What the fuck did we walk into this time? Okay,
That's all I can remember of that dream.
Ordinary the musical.
Maybe that's for the best.
okay, I'm gonna say this right now because I think the last part of Yorkshire Gubbins is out by the time this is out. What is it with me and running into musicals and video games?
I don't know.
Because the last
Maybe
part
I
of
can learn more
Yorkshire
about the
Gubbins
hiss from
is a musical.
Can we talk?
I just had an interesting dream.
You have a lot of
Shit.
those.
That's fascinating, but let's talk about the hiss for a change, yeah?
This dream was about the hiss.
Okay, fair enough.
Best I'm gonna get.
In my dream, the hiss had broken free of this prison, this house. I'd set it free. And the president himself was there to welcome us. He was
Oh,
the
boy.
first one to take the hiss in. Spread the word. At first, many people thought it was horrifying. That he
It
was
is.
horrifying. But also, many people who heard his words wanted to welcome the hiss in. And slowly, more and more of them came around until the whole world was brought together by the hiss. It was wonderful.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that.
For the record, that will never happen. Not as long as I'm alive.
I don't think we're going to get anything useful out of him, but he keeps coming up with new conversations.
Maybe I'm just here to punish myself.
Any new dreams you'd like to share, Dylan?
I'm glad you asked, sister.
I'm getting Hannibal
This
Lecter
dream-
vibes.
Like
Little bit.
all dreams now felt very real. Like reality. And reality now feels like a dream. Maybe it's all a dream. Maybe it's all real.
Dream where my brother endlessly tells me about his dreams.
I was in a dark place. And there was a dark man there.
Well, that was
His
just
name
Gerald.
was Mr. Door. And he told me that there are many worlds, side by side, on top of each other, some inside of others. In one world, there was a writer who wrote a story about a cop. In another world, the cop was real.
Oh, hell, that's an Alan Wake reference.
Door said he himself was in all of them at the same time, endlessly shifting between them. I asked him how I could reach these worlds. I wanted to bring the hiss there. But he didn't want to help me. He didn't like the idea.
That should be an indicator,
What did he know?
dude.
I'm not wild about the idea myself.
Yeah, remember
Seriously,
I
that
told
was an
you
Alan Wake reference.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think this is the same universe as Alan Wake. I was told this.
Yeah.
So of course they're gonna have an Alan Wake reference. Hello, Butterball. You here to help
Here
us
we go
beat up the
again.
hiss?
Once more with feeling.
I love
Let me
Jesse's sense of
guess.
humor.
You want to tell me about your dream?
Yes. Yes. In fact, I'm having a dream right now.
Oh,
But
that's new.
In this dream, I'm standing in the corner watching Jesse and Dylan talk about this very dream.
hey, don't dream
This
about the
very
fourth wall.
dream. He said just now. And repeated it again now. I'm standing there and watching, and that's all I can do. It's as if I'm trapped there. And that's all I have to say about that dream.
Okay, okay, Dylan. That's good.
God damn it, Dylan! You broke the fourth wall again.
Is he still in there? Or is this the hiss playing mind games?
I don't think the hiss knows how to play mind games right. This is just stupid.
Okay, that's all the conversations we get with him. Oh, do you have something new for me?
I found this token. Any idea what it does?
Ah, that is a jukebox token. Little bastards turn up in the weirdest places, like bad pennies. The Rangers use them to activate an old object of power.
A jukebox, I assume. Does it have any good songs?
Nope, just the one record. Hey, be careful turning it on, though. When it's playing, you get a free trip to the formation.
The formation? That sounds ominous.
Why does it send you there?
The Bureau has been wondering that for years. I mean, it's just a pile of rocks built by God knows who, but... Well, researchers have confirmed it's in the same threshold as the quarry. Well, no one's ever been able to map a physical route to the formation from maintenance.
So it's in the quarry. You just don't know where.
Pretty much. We only send in annual expeditions to the formation now. Checkups, Salvador calls them. This year's team went in the day the hiss arrived. Come to think of it, the song should have brought him back hours ago.
I can go in and take a look.
I'd appreciate that. The jukebox is kept just past the security booth over there. Just put in the token and enjoy the ride.
Something tells me Irish is getting Salvador's job.
Yeah.
What's the deal with BlackRock?
Oh, fuck. Don't get me started on BlackRock. You know, ever since research found out that it blocks paranatural stuff, they have just been parading dangerous materials in and out of the fucking quarry. Fucking lab coats, man. Love making my job harder.
Sounds like there's some tension between departments.
Still, at least the quarry's got a good view of the night sky. You know, me and Salvador used to have after-work beers down there.
Oh, excuse me, I need to cry.
About as much as anybody, I guess. Head of research, loves to hear himself talk. All of those science types absolutely do. He's been acting a little bit psycho recently. Although HR told me not to use that word, so...
Everyone thinks finding Darling will lead us to the answers. But if he's completely lost it, then what help could he be?
Butterball.
You're security, right? Do you work with Rangers?
Not often. Rangers are specially trained in threshold reconnaissance and ground zero AWE response. Security is more interested in the dangers inside the Bureau.
They must see some weird stuff out there.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, every week they are tackling things that were previously unknown to the human experience. Most Rangers, they retire due to cognitive collapse. I looked up the medical definition. Not fun.
Yeah, that's
Is that like
How does the Bureau
Alzheimer's?
handle thresholds?
more like
Handle might be a bit of an
vegetable.
optimistic way to put it. Marshall sends the Rangers in to map them, check growth rates, locate epicenters, take samples, measure stuff, basically.
Sounds like he's done his homework.
Now, down in maintenance, thresholds are used just like any other tool. Lab coats mine black rock from one, maintenance siphons water from another. We use it for pretty much everything, except drinking.
Why don't you drink it?
Do I even want to know?
Yeah, a lot of time we find these little chunks in it. It's pretty gross.
I didn't want to know.
Oh. Well, that's
What do
slightly
you
better
think
than
of
what I
Marshall?
thought.
Marshall? Marshall's a fucking badass. Rangers could not ask for a better leader. She's a little, you know, intense, but given the stuff she's seen, I'm not surprised. She does have a bad habit of disappearing, though.
Where does she go?
Last time she vanished, I did some digging into the security logs. I found camera footage of her entering the quarry. She was down there alone for days. Now, typically that's not allowed, but Marshall is kind of above the rules.
I wonder what she finds so interesting in the quarry.
Might
Oh,
be an
we were
application
finding
slot.
balls of anger and hate down there.
I have to go.
Yeah.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know.
Fair. I could reach
I don't
though.
think I
He's
ever told you
pretty.
this, but I was actually on the path to being a ranger once. Did the whole boot camp thing. Even got rookie status. Anyway, not the point. My own ranger squad was a great bunch. There was 6 plus me. Remus, Hazard, Cho, Guy, Hepton, Stoll, and Thompson. They were supposed to get back from an expedition yesterday. We had beers and wings planned. Problem is, they weren't here when Darling handed out the HRAs.
Then they had nothing protecting them from the hiss.
You see, they prepped for the worst, but I think that we're already past that. We all wore these pouches around our neck, and I really don't want the hiss to get them. Could you find them for me? The squad would have come back through maintenance, but they probably spread out from there.
I'll keep an eye out for them, Arish.
And I won't let them stay hiss.
Yeah, we get a new mission out of it.
I have to go.
God.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know.
Okay, just gonna say this. I feel
Didn't give me any orders before she left. Guess I'll just keep managing inventory.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel really horrible for Arish right now.
Yep. Seems like
Because-
everyone he was ever a friend with has been taken by the hiss.
Yeah, the Salvador thing really ripped my heart out for a second. Just, ow, god damn it. I will give this game credit, even if the acting isn't that great. This game does a really good job giving these characters actual human personalities, basically. Like, you know, oh, I used to hang out with Salvador in the quarry and have a couple of beers and watch the night sky.
Did you hear that his prisoner they captured is the director's brother?
Or, the fact that, you know, the guy that sent us in to get the medic back, you know, he ends up turning into a hiss, and the medic reacts really pissed off for a minute.
Yep.
Like, the hiss took his friend. The hiss took the guy that sent us in to get him, and he was coming out to help him. And the only reason the medic was in there was he was there to try to help his other comrades to get them out.
Yep.
You know, Pope is a curious person who had this thing about Darling that she didn't like, that he kept a lot of this shit away from her, didn't listen to her, and she had all these ideas that actually kind of made sense. Some of them maybe not that ethical, but I don't think the Bureau's that ethical, let's be realistic here.
Yeah.
Especially the character writing.
Yeah. Okay, I think we actually got to see those, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, we saw most of those.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just kind of praising this whole the writing and character, which they did well with Alan Wake too. So I'm not surprised. And I'm gonna be honest. I don't really see that level of character writing in a lot of video games anymore.
To be fair, they didn't have to do a whole lot, really. Which it just kind of highlights just how little work you actually have to do to give the NPCs some character.
Yeah, but nobody puts that amount of effort into it sometimes.
Yeah, that's part of it. Kind of highlights part of the thing. It's like we've got some character to the NPCs.
And it's little things like, oh, I used to have beer with this guy who we had to kill because he was a hiss.
Yep.
That didn't only add character. That made us kind of go, ow, my heart. That kind of hurt. That kind of hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Or Marshall, instead of being the stereotypical, you know, I won't tell you anything because I don't care, you're the newbie boss. Instead, actually telling a little bit like, yes, we do have Dylan. Yes, this was the ordinary situation. They didn't know he was taken by the hiss, I don't think. Or even just the little detail of, in a similar game to this, with like the whole military thing, and your long-lost sibling is possessed by the evil entity that you have to fight. What would have happened in most video games when it got to the I want to see my sibling situation? In like 90% of these types of games and stories.
Oh, you probably would have to jump through more hoops to see him.
Here, as soon as we get here, yeah, sure, go see him. Literally, that one little detail.
They would have totally been justified in saying you need some extra protection before you go see him, so you got to do this first.
But no, because you're the director, they're like, yeah, sure.
And that is the thing. We are the director.
And again, yeah, we don't have like all the security clearances, but I'm chalking that up to they are kind of in the middle of a fucking crisis. They didn't really have a chance to get us our key card yet.
Yep.
So they're giving us the ones we need right away. They're trusting us right away, and they're telling us, hey, can you help us out with this, and we can help you out with that. When there is something slightly more pressing, and understandably so, as like, the reactor almost blowing, or, psychotic TV flying around.
Which we took care of.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's like the missions don't feel arbitrary. They feel like, okay, yeah, we do have to come take care of this because it's putting everything in danger, and if we don't do this, things are going to get bad. And we do understand, yeah, we got to take care of this hiss. The only missions that feel arbitrary are the janitor's missions. But even then, they're kind of just like little silly side things we can kind of do in like 2 seconds, like talking to the plants. And we get a little bit of like a peek into our character, where she's like, that was actually therapeutic. And now I can just see her with an office full of plants.
Which reminds me, I'm going to have to drop back by maintenance again just to look at the janitor's room and see if he has a new quest up. But I can do that off screen. But anyway, yeah, it is far past time to call this a video.
I just had to say all that because I'm actually really digging this game and the way it's written.
But anyway, when we come back, it looks like we are headed back down to containment and see if we can find the route there.
And find a slide projector.
Find a slide projector, deal with an anchor. A whole bunch of things.
We're going to be a very busy girl.
Yep. And maybe a fridge in the process, too. Who knows?
I wonder if they have Dr. Pepper in that fridge.
I'll settle for carbonated water at this point.
Oh, the carbonated water's delicious. I'll take that.
Yeah. Anyway. When we come back, well, as I said, more containment. But until then, take care, everyone.